What's going on, guys? I got a super dope video for you today. We're going to be reviewing MEZCO's 1/12 Conan the Barbarian figure. This is probably one of the best figures that I have in my collection right now. I was super stoked to finally get this, and we're going to take it back to the shop and do a really cool review of this Conan figure. Alright, guys, so say hello to my 1/12 Conan the Barbarian figure from MEZCO Company. This is a really cool figure. First off, I got to mention that when this figure first came out, I believe it was pre-order was almost a couple years ago, I think, like March or April of a couple years ago. I was really on the fence of getting this figure. At the time, I think COVID had just happened, and, you know, everything was in chaos, and I didn't really know what was going to happen with work, and you know, everybody was really in this weird fog of not knowing what was going on. So I didn't buy the figure. I didn't pre-order it. You know, at the time I was, you know, I went through this weird phase of like, well, you know, I shouldn't be buying collectibles. You know, I got a wife and a kid, and you know, I had a baby, and it's just weird. So I didn't buy it. So as time went on and I saw more and more images released by MEZCO of this figure, I actually sold some other collectibles on eBay and got the money to buy this. So at the time, MEZCO had already sold out of it on their website, but you could get on a wait list and purchase it if it became available, like if somebody backed out of a pre-order. So I decided to pre-order it on Cotswold's website. And it was about the same as the MSRP from MEZCO. So for a long time, I purchased it pre-order through Cotswold. Obviously, you have to pay them up front. And I thought I had it until I got an email from, I believe, Art one day telling me, I don't know if they didn't have enough orders to fill getting this figure in, so they basically canceled my pre-order. And I understand that they had to do it, but I was really pissed off about it because the longer you wait for this type of figure, the more people are charging for it because it becomes less and less scarce, or more and more scarce. I'm sorry. So I think it retailed for $100, and I ended up paying $160 for it. So I was not happy about that. I went ahead and found it on eBay from a seller. And I paid the extra money because I really wanted this figure because I love Conan. And I think the character is awesome, and I really wanted to have this figure. I screwed off and didn't take advantage of buying them on MEZCO. So at the end of the day, I don't blame Cotswold or anybody else. I blame myself for second guessing myself. So that being said, I bought the figure, and it took almost 2 years to get this guy. And when I finally got him in, I watched a few reviews on YouTube of him, and a lot of the consensus was just how daunting this figure is because it comes with so much accessories. So I figured I'd just tell you guys that story before we get started. So as you can see, the box art is amazing. Robert E. Howard's Conan figure, or Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian character, is one of the most iconic characters in all of fantasy. And the box does it complete justice. A really great box from MEZCO. On the back, you can see all the accessories that come with this guy. And there are a lot. You have several different variations to basically create whatever Conan figure you'd like to create. So I've had him out of the box a couple times, but I've never messed with any accessories. So we're going to take this guy out and just look at everything and see what he's all about. And this is only the second MEZCO 1/12 figure that I've purchased. I bought a Judge Dredd when it first came out several years ago, and I had it for a while, and I decided to sell it because I didn't buy the Lawmaster cycle, and I was like, those went up considerably in price, and I wasn't going to pay the price for a Lawmaster, so I actually sold him. So hopefully he found a good home, and I got rid of him. But anyway, this is the only one that I own right now. Now I do have a lot of MEZCO items. I have all the Hellboy figures, all the Goon figures. I have a MEZCO King Kong, as well as some of the Universal Monsters, I believe. So we'll pause the video. Well, first of all, let's just do this real quick before we pause the video. Let's just pull this sleeve off, and you can see what this guy looks like in all his glory in this box. Pretty sweet, huh? There's a little bit of a glare, but this is the Conan, all the accessories that come with him. And definitely a cool collectible. So we'll pause the video, and I'll start kind of taking him out of here, and we'll look at everything. Okay, so here it is. It's a nice little disclaimer from MEZCO. These are not toys and not fit for children. If you're buying $100+ figure for your kid to play with, you must have made a shitload of money in Bitcoin. But yeah, these aren't kids' toys. It comes with obviously collector-friendly packaging, which it should for a figure this expensive. We'll set this down for a second. I'll pop off this plastic here. You can see all the figure accessories in here. It comes with sorry about that. It comes with an extra head, which I have not taken out of the package, obviously. This is the aggressive Conan face. If you see this, you're probably going to get cleaved in half, probably. Here's the actual figure, Conan himself. It comes with a standard sword, almost like a scimitar sword, dagger, scabbard, hands, different, whatever those are. I'm not sure. It escapes my memory at the time. A cool battle axe, another deal, another accessory, belt, cool shield. It's got a display base for him. Now, let's go ahead and set him down because I know there's something under this package as well. Comes with a poly bag for all your accessories, some cloth items, chain mail, and a stand for your figure. So there's that. Now, let's pause the video and we'll come back and we'll pop the figure out and take a look at him. Okay, so here he is. If you're familiar with the MEZCO 1/12 bodies, they're really, really nicely made. The joints are almost perfect on them. They have a high degree of posability as compared to, like, say, a Hasbro Black Series figure. These blow those completely out of the water. There might be some other brands like Mafex that are about the same as this, but this is a very highly posable figure and a very high quality figure. You can just see the paint, the detailing of the actual figure is absolutely amazing. The scarring, the vascularity of Conan's muscular frame is all accentuated perfectly in this figure, and MEZCO did a tremendous job. And with as highly detailed as what this figure is, I can see why it would have taken almost 2 years to get this figure from concept into consumer hands. So, and then you throw in all the other crazy stuff that was going on at the same time. MEZCO, in my opinion, gets a massive pass for taking so long to deliver this figure to consumers. And I'm glad I waited for it. I was really wanting to get this figure. The figure himself, like I said, is highly articulated and highly detailed. It comes with the head variation to switch around. See if can't really do that so we can see it perfectly, but it comes with the head variation to switch around, all the different accessories to put him together and just create a myriad of Conan type figures that you would want to have for your collection. I I don't even know where to start and which one to do. I mean, that's the hardest part about this. He does have so many accessories. When you compare him to my other Conan figures that I own, like the Super 7 comic book Ultimates Conan figure and my Todd McFarlane Conan figures, this blows those two completely out of the water for multiple reasons. Some of the things I noticed that are going to be difficult, and I'm going to have to kind of figure out a workaround, is, for example, the sword and scabbards, which are made really, really well, have all these little metal chain rings. And you're going to have to figure out ways to connect these to the plastic loops and whatnot in his belts to have his sword hang off of him, you know, like so. And I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I've got some ideas. I probably need to watch some more videos on the internet and see what's going on, how people have done it. I've got some ideas though, but yeah, he's got some really cool swords. And if you read the Conan comic book, you'll see that this is like a super comic book accurate figure, especially for the Dark Horse comic series, which I'm a huge fan of. But the swords and accessories are awesome. Just so highly detailed and so well done. The scabbard. Let me get this knife out. The knife, the scabbard is super cool. Could kill some dudes with that. I'm sure Conan will or has at some point. It's got a really awesome battle axe. Conan always has a cool battle axe. I like the back end of that. You can really just whack some people with that thing, you know. A cool Sumerian era shield. Conan has a shield sometimes, so I think that's a great looking shield. Of course, we've got his cool head, which is awesome. And there's several different hand variations. I'm always so timid to take the hands off these because I don't want to break something. So that's the hard part about having a figure so expensive. I think this is another piece I'll have to figure out what it goes to just by looking at the back of the box or watching a review on it. But yeah, this is just a great figure. It's just a stand. I'll take this out. There's the figure stand. I'm not even sure how I'm going to display this guy at work. I'm sure I'll figure something out. He also comes with, let's pop this out here. Be patient with me. Comes with several different cloth accessories. So this one here, indicative of this display here. It's kind of like a chainmail version. Really, really cool. The cloth accessories are really, really awesome. And then he comes with this poncho / shroud that goes over his back if you want to display him like that, and a cool poly bag for all the accessories if you want to just keep them somewhere, if you want to continuously try to do different variations for your Conan figure. It is a very daunting and intimidating figure to mess with. It has so many cool accessories. You know, this is if you were a kid and you were a big fan of Conan the comic and you got this figure like back in the 80s, you might stroke out because there's so much stuff that comes with this guy. It's so awesome. So my next goal is to sit down and familiarize myself with this guy and get a really cool gear combo together, how I want him to look to display on my desk at work, where he's going to be next to my Super 7 Conan figure, which is a little bigger than this scale. It's a 7-inch figure. So as cool as this figure is, I feel like I also have to do a photo story with him at some point in time this year, and I really think I will. If you guys are familiar with the Nika Instagram, they always do really, really cool photo stories with their figures, and one of the neater ones that they did, they had a photo shot of the Phantom from their King's Features line fighting. It was basically their King Kong figure, but it was supposed to be like a gorilla in the jungle. So I actually am planning on getting that Nika King Kong figure. So there's a definite Conan story where he fights a giant ape in the jungle. So I might have to do like a tribute to that story, like a small photo story at some point this coming summer. So I don't know, guys. This is a great figure. The downside of this is that they only made so many, and you know, I don't know if you can get it in retail. By the time you see this video, who knows? It's probably going to be a premium. And if one of you guys bought it, that one of your subscribers to my channel bought this figure, I can't wait to see what you think about this guy. This is by far one of the best action figures that I own. I don't own anything better than this, I don't think, as far as, excuse me, 1/12 action figures. And this is a great figure. It's definitely worth what I paid for him to me. But yeah, I don't, you know, MEZCO makes a ton of 1/12 stuff, but this is by far the only thing that I would ever want to own, unless they, you know, they have a 1/12 Ultraman, which I thought about buying, but nah, I'm like, nah, I don't need that. So it's a great figure, Conan the Barbarian, the MEZCO 1/12 version of this, and I hope you guys like the review. This is almost like an unboxing / review because I've not looked at this guy at all, but it is a great figure. And I highly recommend getting it if you're a big Conan fan or you got some extra coin to spare. It would be cool to have in anyone's collection who's a fan of Conan the Barbarian like I am. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. It's a great figure. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit the notification icon. I have more videos coming. I got a lot of cool stuff planned for this year. So until next time, cheers.